Good day. Thank you for being on Everyone's Got a Story. What's yours? My name is Michael Smeckley, and today we have Nikki Olson here today. I thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Most appreciated. To let the audience know a bit more about what we do, the premise of the show is we've all gone through life. Life has happened to us. So the different knowledges and experiences that you have gained over your lifetime, you've kind of, through the challenges, has now been kind of mundane to you. But when someone like Nikki today is going to be able to talk about her story of what she's gone through, and for some of you may resonate and give you hope, and for others to inspire you to be so much more. So, Nikki, can you tell us about your experiences of your life and why they're important to you, please?
I have had MS since I was 21 years old.
Okay.
And it first hit me 6 months after I was married.
Oh, wow.
And I was bedridden for 6 months with it. My husband, he stuck with me.
That's good.
Yes.
Chris is a good man.
He is a very good man. I spent from that time until I was 30 years old. No, 35, I'm sorry. Spent 15 years with people telling me that you can't have MS, you're too young, you can't have MS, this is why, this is why, this is why. Well, the truth of it was I did have MS.
Yeah.
And they just didn't think it was possible that early yet. I took it into my own hands to try to care for myself. They told me that, I was doing it to myself. It was stress. I needed to see a psychiatrist. I did see a psychiatrist. She sent me to do outdoor rehabilitation.
Okay.
Where I ended up weeding what's now the Lorenz Gardens, but at that time it wasn't even that yet.
That's cool.
Yes. But outdoor sun in 100-degree weather, sitting on the ground with MS.
Not fun.
Wasn't great, but MS has, my relapsing remitting MS has a time frame. Most of the time, my time frame is an 8-month one.
Okay.
And my time was up. So I thought it fixed it. Mm-hmm. So I thought, well, I have to do more exercise to get rid of the stress.
Yeah.
I joined a martial arts gym to get rid of the stress. I got my Kung Fu black belt to get rid of the stress.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And I did a lot of Tai Chi, and that was great for my balance.
Oh, yes.
And I don't fall easily that way. And I was blessed not to be diagnosed, I think. Because if I was correctly diagnosed, by this time I would have been in a wheelchair.
Oh, wow.
Running around. I know a lot of people my age that are.
Well, I'm very thankful that you did take it a little more proactive and got into the martial arts for balance and confidence.
I got into it to get away from the stress.
Exactly.
That didn't exist.
Well, I understand that, but it helped you out to go through in other aspects in your life.
I've been very lucky in my life.
It's good to be blessed in that direction, yes.
Mm-hmm. I have been very blessed.
So you've been doing, what other aspects have you gone through in the MS? Because you're now walking.
I walk pretty well. I have gone through a lot of different relapses, and you just take your medicine and get on with life.
True.
Because you can say, well, I'm broken, I'm going to stay at home and I'm going to whine about it all day. Well, you can do it that way, or you can get out there and live life.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer to live life.
Yes, yes. I know that there's a few things that we've got to enjoy, and a Renaissance fair is a lot of fun.
It is. It is. My husband bought me my first piece of jewelry there.
Ooh.
Or not my first piece of jewelry. The first piece of jewelry he ever bought me, I still wear.
That is awesome. What is it?
It's a dragon's claw
That's cool. That's very cool.
in a hematite ball.
Hematite, that's always good for grounding too.
It is.
Very awesome. Now, is there certain fairs you like to go to, like the ones here in Omaha, Council Bluffs, Kansas City,
This one
Minnesota?
actually came from the Kansas City one.
Kansas City one, which is
Kansas
coming
City
up here
one.
soon. Here soon.
Yeah. And then my preferred one, unfortunately, no longer exists.
Oh no, which one was
I mean,
that?
it does exist, but they moved, and it's not the same.
The Council Bluffs one.
The Council Bluffs one.
Yeah, that was at the community college for a long time, and then it went to West Fair. Then what happened to it after that? Did
I
it
think it's still at West Fair,
West Fair? Okay.
but it's not the same.
The one I liked was at the Council Bluffs Community College. It was a lot of fun there.
The Bilby Berry Farm does a pretty good one, though.
That's good to know.
Yeah. They, if you go there, shout out to Dundee Bees.
So Dundee Bees, what's Dundee Bees?
They're a local bee. He's a local bee guy that
Ah,
I have found common ground with.
cool. So the honey is good then.
Yes, it is very good.
Does he make honey mead too?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
Not right now. Although my husband has. That was
Ooh,
good.
that sounds delish. I know I tried some down in Kansas City back in 2014, a few years ago, I guess. Doesn't seem that long.
Those kinds of experiences, they don't.
I definitely need to go back there again sometime soon.
Hmm.
Sometime soon, yes. But what other things that has helped you go through what you've been going through in life?
Believe it or not, the vitamins.
Okay, very cool.
When I first got diagnosed, I was a database administrator, and part of the database administration is a lot of research.
Mm-hmm. Which is
And
good.
so I applied the researching to MS.
Awesome.
And I just said, okay, so you've got this relapsing remitting period. And in this relapsing remitting, you have a time period where you have a chance to heal.
Okay.
But if you don't have the building blocks in your body,
Yes.
then you can't heal. So I went through and found out all the different vitamins that were required for building brain cells.
Awesome.
And milk fats are a major portion of building brain.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons I'm a little upset that the school system has non-fat milk,
Gotcha.
because kids need to be building those brains.
That's true. That's true. Definitely agree with that.
But that, all the B vitamins, the folic acids, staying away from A and C, because those will boost your immune system, which your immune system in MS is what's doing the damage.
Ah, interesting.
So you don't want to take A, E, or C,
Okay.
but you do want the basic brain building ones. Omega 6 and 9, most prominently the 9.
Okay.
But you can't get just 9, you have to get 3, 6, and 9. So
Interesting. And I know I've taken 3, 6, and 9 for quite a while. I've been doing vitamins, minerals, and nutrition aspects of that for at least since over 30 years. And I feel great. And I mean, of course, I've changed as I gotten older. I've changed my regimen up to different aspects as I get older, but it does make a huge difference to have the right building blocks for the foundation.
absolutely.
And it's,
With your situation currently, you might want to look into some glucosamine and chondroitin.
yep, which I do have those. I do the glucosamine I use more often for aches and pains.
Glucosamine and chondroitin, the chondroitin's what puts it to the joints.
Yep. I do have that combination, but I do focus more on the one or the other.
Okay.
MSM is another one I like to use. It's a methosulfonate. And for me, I also use vitamin C, rhodiola rosea, and I got a whole slew of other ones I work with.
Okay.
It's just in this year, actually was the first time I actually actively sought after a doctor. And Lynn Koshin in Gretna Family Health, she's amazing.
Awesome.
And she's been quite essential helping me get stronger this year.
Very good.
I knew what I needed, but I was like, yeah, a little extra. I can get a second opinion, which was been pretty cool.
Good, good. Yes. So I have um, felt when I was unable to perform my job based on my deteriorating memory from MS, I realized I needed a purpose in life.
Yes, yes,
And so I went about saying, well, I need to volunteer somewhere then.
good.
I tried to volunteer at the zoo, couldn't do it
Hmm.
because uh, they have to check your Social Security information for insurance purposes,
Okay.
and that would wreck my disability.
Mm.
I couldn't do it I couldn't read to the elderly. They wanted to check my criminal record using my Social Security number. I couldn't take care of the children, again, because my Social Security number. The only place I could find that I could do volunteer work was Eastern Star.
That's cool. So basically, working with the Eastern Star, they're working with the Masons, and they are very powerful and a really great organization to
They are.
work with.
They are.
Men and women can be part of it, if I remember correctly.
Men and women can be part of Eastern Star, yes.
Yes, very true, very true.
Um,
It's good to have a purpose in life. It gives to have a why that's bigger than yourself, to be able to help others, which is
right.
awesome.
Speaking of helping others, I'm wearing my Star Dogs Eastern Star pin
Oh, that's cool.
today. Eastern Star is supporting, in conjunction with Javelin, is supporting service dogs for the
Okay.
people that need them.
That's cool.
Yeah, so if you're interested, go to stardogs.com.
Stardogs.com. I like the name of it. That's cool.
So, but they have given me a lot of hope and ability to help other people. Eastern Star does smaller projects for the most part, while Star Dogs is a big project. Most of the things that they do are smaller projects where, like taking care of the elderly, taking care of the just individuals that have nothing and such within our community. They help on a one-to-one basis
Okay.
for the most part. And where they help a little larger, it's usually giving to the local charitable organizations. Yes Foundation, the about youth organization, youth emergency services, I'm sorry.
That's cool.
And to the various women's shelters and such on a smaller, not recognizable basis.
Very cool.
But it's given me a chance to help a lot of the elderly in my community in just doing things like taking them grocery shopping.
Which does help.
It does. It does.
Also, it gives you that connection time with them and so forth, and be able to.
You get to hear the stories that no one gets to really hear because they're haven't been told.
Yep.
Speaking of stories that haven't been told, that's what you're doing, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, that is very true. One of many projects I am working in. I do a lot of community empowerment together projects. And this is one of them, thankfully, and I definitely thank you. So what inspires you and motivates you stronger? You've talked about a few things, but is there any books, videos, podcasts, things, or things that actually, like you're talking about your husband Chris, you guys do some role-playing games, Dungeons and Dragons, that helps be more creative
One of
and
the
problem-solving
benefits
mindsets?
I found, um, we taught our children to play D&D when they were very young.
Awesome.
They were 3 or 4 when they were rolling dice, and
Awesome.
I don't think they could even read by the time they were playing because we were running their characters for them as they told us what to do. But that led to my 24-year-old coming over to play with all of his friends in my dining room.
Awesome.
Every other weekend, he visits the house just to play D&D. And you know, that doesn't happen too much anymore.
True. It's good to have that family time.
It is. It is.
I've got many friends.
Even if it is fighting a dragon.
Well, it's a part of the connection time. Those memories will last lifetimes and so forth. And when they get married, they have kids, they continue the tradition.
Absolutely.
So what should I have asked but haven't yet?
My husband and I have been married for 31 years. And that is not entirely common these days.
Sadly.
And I would say the most important things are communication.
Yes.
The never go to bed angry actually has a lot of strength to it.
That's good.
The don't go to bed angry. Oh, please and thank you.
Yes.
Please and thank you. Never stop being polite.
Correct.
That is one thing people do. They stop being polite and all kinds of crap happens.
That is true.
Stop trying to predict the other person's sentence. That will lead to chaos.
Assuming things usually makes, we've all know the antage that goes with that.
Yes.
Yes, those are very key points to not just marriages, but relationships from friendships and so forth, the same aspect. So most definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's always good quality time hanging out with you and Chris and seeing your family grow and stuff over the years.
I've enjoyed it too.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
Other than this has been a very pleasurable experience, and thank you for doing this. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that will.
True. Yes, they will. And
greatly.
Most definitely. Because it's what you've gone through in your life, it definitely will inspire others and definitely give them a lot of hope in all aspects of life to go out and enjoy life as best we can. And life is one of the greatest adventures we have access to.
Absolutely.
You got to go out there and live it.
Absolutely.
So any words of wisdom you'd like to talk to the people that's out there viewing and watching this?
Don't get yourself stuck in a rut where you're not seeing life as it passes you by.
That's some good wisdom.
When you're focused on yourself or focused on an item too much, you'll miss what's going on around you.
That is true. Be able to be the artist of your own life, to be able to take a bird's eye view and see what is all around you, not just what is on the focus front. You don't have to have blinders in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to see what's around you.
Absolutely.
And gain a deeper depth of knowledge and wisdom during that life.
And participate. Don't sit on the sidelines.
Yes.
You won't enjoy life as much as you would if you participate.
Yes, very true. Very true.
But be careful.
Yeah, have a venture, but yet cautious, not in abandonment.
Try not to hurt yourself.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. We do that enough going to,
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you much for your time, and thank you for very much being here with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Most definitely. And thank you out there for being on Everyone's Got a Story. Everyone's got a story. What's yours? Sorry about that. As you look on here, right here, it's what it is. So yes, thank you, Nikki. And tune in next time, and we'll be here waiting for you. Thank you.